Locals along the Menindee lakes fear the health of their river system is in crisis after the second large-scale fish kill in a month. Up to 1 million fish, including many native species, are dead and decaying in the lower Darling River due to toxic blue-green algae.
My name is Dick Arnold. I'm here with Rob McBride with this really sad bloody shot here.
This is Menindee boat ramp, 7th of January today, and this is what we've got. Millions of mainly bony bream there today, native fish.
Water officials from across the Murray-Darling Basin have held crisis talks in Canberra.
People along this stretch of the Darling River say they fear events like this will continue.
Up against the bank and all thousands of others. Native fish, Murray, perch, bonies, even a few carp dying to the channel.
Death threats have been levelled at a state minister over an ecological disaster that's now believed to have killed up to 1 million fish in the Murray-Darling Basin.
They've lived through droughts, decades of highs and lows in the Darling River, but these critically endangered Murray Cod could survive no longer.
So sad to see a really old cod dying. This bugger has survived all the shit and piss. It's not a commodity to us, it's a necessity. This insane thinking. Money first, life second.
In early 2019, over 1 million fish were found dead along a 40-kilometre stretch of the Darling-Baaka in Menindee. What were left of the native fish, including the iconic Murray Cod, were stranded in pools of stagnant river water with little chance of surviving the next heatwave. Under the guidance of the Department of Primary Industries, a select group of fish rescue volunteers made efforts to relocate these endangered fish to a healthier part of the river.
The river does a big loop there, and I think they're down in there.
Yeah, I think actually Brad went back that way.
But we can't get down there, so I think they're down in there, but I don't know where. There's a big hole in front of me there. Down there, this could be a big hole here. Looks like the territory for a big hole.
There you go.
We're still going to be short.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be short. But you know, like from there to there. I've spent 30, 35, 40 years out here hunting these critters, and it was like, took me 30 years to catch one. And when I caught one, I was just over the moon.
Yeah, there it is, there, look, there it is, yeah, see it, there it is, yep, bloody oath.
Where?
Right, see them big rocks there, right in front, right in front of them rocks. Oh, yes, bank over there.
I've never seen it this bad. I've lived out here 43 years. And I've been coming up the river here fishing for 43 years. It's one of my passions. I've never seen the whole system like it is. I've never seen the river this bad. Dry, stinking river beds full of dead stock, fish, everything. In 5 years, none of this will exist. There'll be none of this. This will be just dry, barren land. They'll stop that whole river system running. The whole ecosystem needs the water.
You'll lose them. I can't sleep. Oh, I'm out of here. It might be crocodiles.
Whichever way your ass points to, they start busting up.
That's me farting.
It's a species that is uniquely Australian, right? You don't have a Murray Cod in the Thames or the Colorado or the Ganges. It's ours. It's Australian. It's important litmus test, not just of the biophysical health of the river system, but also, I think, for its cultural health.
Wait there, no, wait there, we snag you.
Murray Cod are one of those key things that people are connected to, that they build, that they create relationships with. And it's not just a relationship of catch and kill. There's a whole other set of storytelling that often is built around the fish.
I just walked in here and just got myself a big fish. I'll show Otis here, look at that. That's a metre. Oh, easy. Don't stick your finger in his mouth because he'll chew your hand off. You take that net, I'll take that back. That's a good metre. You're
Fred, you're going to be right catching up with him.
He's healthy then, isn't he?
From where I grew up in Kerrang, there used to be train loads of Murray Cod and other native fish shipped down to the Melbourne markets each day. Like, people thought the river system was so abundant that you couldn't kill it. It was like the magic pudding. You could eat as much as you want, you turn around and then it's full again. And so that people didn't believe that, I don't think people believed that they could do enough damage to the river system to seriously erode the abundance of the native animals that were in the river system. And obviously that was an ignorant thing to think.
What I like about it, you ready, set, go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they're great. As a kid, you just chased them for so long and now, you know, they're all going to die and they're just big, grey, sleepy, soft, beautiful creatures. And you just got to save them and it's good fun.
What a beautiful looking little fish. Oh mate, that's magnificent. You're a little sweetheart. Oh, look at the colours in it. She is beautiful, mate. In you go, baby. Oh, you little bugger. That's the go. Pretty soon we're going to go back and we're going to take these cod out of this pod and you're going to hold one and look in its eyes. And then you tell me the power of the cod. The only way to find out the power of the cod is to look in its eye. And you'll find out the power. He won't tell you, you'll feel it. You will feel the power of that cod. That's how mesmerising it is.
So there was a Scottish dude called Adam Smith who had this funny little parable about diamonds and water. You die in 3 days without water. You can live forever without diamonds, but only one of those things actually has value in a capitalist economy.
During dry months, native fish and aquatic wildlife take refuge in thousands of deep pools that are distributed along the riverbed. Small flows of river water are critical to refresh the water quality and oxygen levels in these refuge pools. Increasingly, irrigators have been given licence to extract water from these small and medium flows, causing longer-lasting dry spells in the lower Darling. In a 2019 report issued by the Natural Resources Commission, it was found that irrigation had pushed the Darling-Baaka River system into drought 3 years early.
The thing that is just so important to life, water, and all life, in many cases is seen as of less value than something else that we produce from that water. So none of the things that many early irrigation proponents saw when they looked out on the floodplain of the river really had a value, that they needed to transform it from something that was valueless into something that had value. And the way that people used to talk about it was they needed to make the deserts bloom. So we transformed the river with dams and weirs that stopped the natural flow of the river system, and then we built irrigation systems that sucked up to, 75, 80% of the river's flow out of it. And that basically completely changed the environment, the habitat of native species that lived in the river. It was just a catastrophic change.
Oh, look at that stand. Look at them all just swimming. There's a whale in there.
He's a big fish. He's a big fish.
You ready, mate? No, I'll just pass him up to you. Ready, set, go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got him in the mouth, mate. You got him?
Oh, yeah.
Done.
On the
50.
brag, photos if you want them.
No, I'll just grab him and take him down.
Quick.
You gonna have one with it, Mel? What? With the cod?
I've been dry all day. I've just got drenched.
Let me have it.
I think so.
We're going to get photo with the big one. 95. 95.
That's not a bad sized fish, 95.
Anyone wants photos, go and get them.
They're getting.
You want photos? Get them now.
The Murray Cod sit at the heart of a whole lot of ecological and cultural connections to our land. And when you lose those connections, you also lose that culture. And I think that that's just too important to let slip by. People get used to degradation, which means you have only a certain window of opportunity to make change, because after a period of time, people say the completely clapped out environment, they say, oh, that's what I grew up with, that's what I know, that's the environment, right? We need to be honest about what we've done to our country and what we've lost, but we also need to be honest about what we still have and need to take action to care for. That we need to become stewards of our country. We need to be connected to our country. We need to love our country and love the species that help shape us for who we are.
Let him have a drink. Let him go. Let's hold him there for a bit. You know when he's ready.
I like this one.
Feel his skin?
Yep.
Just walk him out, mate. He'll go now. Walk him out. You biting on your finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go.
Let go.
He's not letting go of you.
So look at the camera.
Look at Mum. Rick.
Can you give him a pat? Just don't touch his spikes. Wow. You want to let him go?
Yes.
All right, you watch him. Ready? You stand still. You're all right.
There we go.
You watch him. He'll go.
Bye, Fishy.
Without the younger generation getting on board, you're really not going to go anywhere. But you know, like the younger ones have to fix it. The older ones are not going to. Sad, you know. That's the way it is.
The most important thing, I think, for people now is to connect the things that they value, understand what they care about, and then take action to protect those things. Because if they don't, you will lose them. We will lose them. And I think it's that simple.
I live in a town called Hollywood, and people back home think that is good. But I live at the bottom of the hill, where life means nothing and you get cheap thrills. I've got 2 clocks on my wall. One is there to catch me when I fall. It gives me memories, I feel I'm home. The The other makes me feel like I'm alone.
This trip we've caught 6 cod and 39 perch, which we've relocated. So that was a good effort by the team, all involved.
Wonder if they're gonna be a star. But I've been there, I've seen it all before. That's why I'm looking for a door. I've got 2 clocks on my wall. One is there to catch me when I fall. It gives me memories, I feel I'm home. The other makes me feel like I'm alone. There's no place like the Silver City.